But this is really heavy. Okay guys, so this is me, Lily, and today we are going to build a bee hotel out of this chunk of wood here. So stay tuned. This is really heavy. Okay, so I got this chunk of wood here in a hardware store, and you might have noticed that this piece of wood is laminated, and yeah, it's pretty stable and really dry. So if you want to build an insect hotel out of a chunk of wood, make sure that first of all it's dry, and second of all, if you're taking a log, there's always a little bit of risk that it's going to crack over the time. And if this happens in wintertime, then all of your bee larvae would die because of the cold. And this is why I recommend to take some laminated wood like this here, because it has less risk of cracking open. Okay, my main goal with this is to make a home for solitary bees. And when people talk about bees, they first think about honeybees, but actually most of the bees are not honeybees, they are solitary bees. And solitary bees contribute quite a lot to the pollination of crops all over the planet. And here I have a small book about bees. And first I thought, well, there can't be so many bee species, right? But I was completely wrong, because there are more than 20,000 bee species on this planet here. Wow. And look at all these bees. It's amazing. Alright folks, so now let's start building the actual hotel. And it's pretty easy. You just have to drill in some holes into the wood. And I've read that the best drill size for solitary bees is 6 millimeters and 8 millimeters. But I still want to do some more experimenting with the hole thickness, and I want to try out other thicknesses as well. Alright guys, so I'm almost done with my bee hotel, and as you can see I have used different thicknesses of drills for every row here. I started at 5 millimeters, 6, 7, and this row here is 8 millimeters. And with these 4 holes I have something different in mind, because I want to start a little experiment and drill them a little bit bigger, and I want to find out if there are some bees that go into bigger diameter size holes as well. Okay, my drill is at the end of its capacity, so yeah, I can't drill thicker than 12 millimeters, and before I'm going to destroy my drill, I'm going to stop here. So yeah, I think that this here, 12 millimeters, is pretty big, and probably there won't be any bees nesting in there, but we will see. Okay, so the next step is that we have to clean off the edges of the holes, because as you can see they are really rough, and when the bee comes and flies into the hole it can hurt its wings at these rough edges here. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to clean up the edges by using another drill. Okay, so I'm almost done with the bee hotel, but the next step that I have to do is I have to draw some letters or drawings on the bee hotel so that the bee has some kind of navigation aid, and then it's easier for the bee to find the same hole again and again. Because if you leave it like this, blank, then the bee is probably not so sure where the hole is, and then she might search all over the bee hotel and expend a lot of energy that is unnecessary. So yeah, let's just draw a couple of bees and flowers on this hotel. I have used 4 screws to secure the bee hotel from the inside of the garden shed. Okay guys, so I have successfully mounted my bee hotel onto the garden shed. And if you're building something like this, then make sure that the holes of the insect hotel face east, because the general wind direction in my area comes from the west. So you don't want to face your insect hotel to the west, because then they might have troubles getting into their holes with a lot of wind, you know. So it's always good if you mount this at the east side, and it's even better if you have some kind of wall, or in my case I have a gardening shed behind the insect hotel, which is going to successfully block out the wind. Okay guys, so this was how to build a bee hotel. I really like it, and yeah, if you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and maybe a comment below. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more.